bad news for Gordon Hayward owners.
Bad news right away, huh? Easter Sunday.
Let's start bad news, and then just like Easter will rise from the bad news. There's no way to go but up, I guess. Gordon Hayward out for 4 weeks. Well, pretty much season's over.
Yeah, somebody asked if there's hope for him to come back. I said yes, maybe week 19, late week 19 to week 20. But remember, 4 weeks is re-evaluation time only. That's not a return time. So it's very, very risky to think that he will come back in 4 weeks. So if it were me and I didn't have an IL spot, I would drop Red at this point.
Yeah, and it's not really worth holding as, for fantasy purposes. I don't think it's worth holding on to 4 weeks worth, or I think I would bet this would be like a 5 to 6 week thing for Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, 5 to 6 weeks would lead us to the end of the regular season.
I would be surprised if he'll be back on the 4th week or after the 4 weeks. He is a very fragile player, like we said yesterday. And with the Hornets trying to make that late push for the playoffs, let's see if that becomes a factor in Hayward's return after 4 weeks. But
best case scenario, 4 weeks. That is week 19. That was week 19, maybe the middle. So that's the semifinal. That's the second
the middle
to the
of the
week.
semifinals. Probably
Even if he
won't
comes
help
back,
you.
if he comes back and somebody gets him, then so what? But you got a
You were
player
able to
replace
reach
him.
the semifinals, right?
And you got a player to replace him anyway for that spot that he would have,
It's actually surprising. I browsed through some of the teams in my leagues, and probably around 50% of the leagues I am in still holds players like LaMelo. And I wouldn't be surprised if teams would also hold on to Gordon Hayward. Just surprising. Luckily for me, in some of those leagues, I'm battling them for the 8th spot. So hopefully they keep on holding on to those LaMelo and Hayward. So
it's like this. Right now, if you're asking, should we drop this player for this player? Should we drop this player already? Just remember that if you drop that player and you stream that position, you just add every day the stats of the streamers you use.
Yep.
More or less, I can guarantee you, even if you miss on some streamers, you hit on some streamers. If you average them out, it will be better than just holding an injured player right now at this point of the season.
Yeah.
At this point of the season. So you should drop.
Gordon Hayward, I think, is a drop.
Yes.
If you have an IL spot, maybe you can hold on, but the future does not look bright for this guy, for Hayward owners. So I'd rather drop and pick up some players. Who would be the biggest beneficiary here? Rozier, Devontae?
Well, those
Miles
guys,
Bridges?
I don't think Rozier and Devontae, I don't think can go any higher. I mean, this is their ceiling already. I don't think Rozier will suddenly become James Harden because they don't have LaMelo or Gordon Hayward. He will benefit a little bit only. Miles Bridges, yes, I think. But if you look at traditionally Miles Bridges with and without Gordon Hayward, he actually averages less points without Gordon Hayward.
Mm-hmm.
But he's been playing very well lately. And LaMelo is also out, aside from Gordon Hayward. So I think Miles Bridges by default should benefit the most here. And another player is PJ Washington. Historically, PJ Washington is the guy who has doubled his scoring without Gordon Hayward.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging 2 times more points. So 10 to 20 points without Gordon Hayward. And lastly, Brad Wanamaker.
Yeah.
We've been talking about Brad Wanamaker, and I've been hyping him as an assist guy and everything, and he has gotten 30 minutes the past few games. So I think that will continue without Gordon Hayward. The assists will continue to be there. He can score. So that's the guy you should add in deeper leagues or maybe he's available.
So Brad Wanamaker is probably a deep leaguer type of ad, or maybe a streamer type of thing, because in a 14 team, it's really hard to get quality streamers already, or I mean quality players that you can hold on to for a long time. So Brad Wanamaker is something to
But
consider.
he can be a rest of the season guy. Can be a rest of the season
you
guy.
add him
We'll see.
and play it, as the season goes, and see how good he has been. If he plays well in the first game without Hayward, then you might want to hold on to him for a bit. Other than that, are the Martin twins good ads as well for streamers, deep leagues?
For streamers, Cody Martin is the guy. Again, it's Cody, not Caleb. Cody gets 20 minutes without Gordon, 19.7 minutes without Gordon Hayward. That's not a lot. But of course, we haven't considered LaMelo is also out. So maybe he'll get 20 to 22 minutes. Not really a very high upside fantasy guy, but if you want to stream, maybe just if he has a lot of games, we can add him for the short term. But don't expect a lot. He might have some good games here or there, but consistently, I don't think.